Am I the asshole for refusing to help my wife clean up her mess? My wife recently tried to prank me by rigging a door to a bucket of paint. So whenever I opened the door, the paint would hit me. The thing is, it sorta failed. The paint indirectly splashed on me, but the vast majority hit the floor and splashed on the bed. So, after I took the shower, she apologized and asked me for help cleaning up the mess. I refused. She purposely made the mess. I'm not going to help her then. So, I just went in the room and started to game while she cleaned it up. Later the night she was somehow pissed at me. She said that she apologized and felt it was unfair that she was cleaning up something while I was on the computer not paying attention. I mean, why should I help my wife after she made a stupid messy prank? She's still pissed at me the next day. So, am I the asshole?
Not the asshole. Good pranks should be mutually enjoyable and involve as little cleanup as possible. Why on earth would she assume you'd spend your own free time cleaning up all that paint? Even if her prank had been successful, she'd still have to clean paint up off the floor while you showered. Even though this saying is overused, it fits. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. WTF. Who the fuck puts a bucket of paint and furthermore puts it indoors as a prank? What the hell was your wife thinking? Show me what the hell is so funny about cleaning up a paint spill indoors. Maybe water I could see as being funny and easy to clean, but paint? You know what's funny? Your not so smart wife cleaning up paint resulting from a prank she didn't think all the way through. I'm laughing at her. She made the mess, she can clean it up. I'd refuse to help her too. Maybe this is what she needs to learn what is an acceptable prank. Not the asshole.
Info. What kind of pranks have you played on her in the past? How messy were they?
Not the asshole. Apologizing shouldn't protect you from the consequences of your actions. And WTF? Who the hell would choose to use paint in the house? That was incredibly stupid.
Not the asshole. Holy shit. If my husband purposely dumped paint all over my house for a joke, I would seriously consider kicking his ass out. Not the asshole. She should have thought of the mess before she did it.
Not the asshole. Paint. Fucking paint? Anything else I'd say you should probably help, as I imagine in most households, each person is probably cleaning up after the other here and there, but paint? Who the fuck thinks that's a good idea?
Probably unpopular opinion, but I would have helped her because I adore a good prank. I would have got her back worse. Certainly not the asshole for not helping though.
Not the asshole. Pranks are stupid and really. Paint inside the house?
Not the asshole. What the actual fuck is her problem? Who in their right mind would be so entitled that they expected you to help them clean up the mess caused by them trying to dump a whole bucket of paint on your head?
Not the asshole. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. Info. Is this, like, a thing? Do you guys prank each other all the time? Or did she just decide randomly to be an asshole? Because if it's a normal part of your relationship and, say, she helped you clean up when you dumped frogs all over her last month or whatever the fuck, then you probably should have helped actually, and I'm having trouble imagining how someone smart enough to set up a rigged door in the first place could possibly believe it was a good idea to do this if there wasn't a pre-existing pranking tradition. But people are batshit stupid on a regular basis, and obviously if she just did this for no fucking reason, then of course it's on her to clean up her own nonsense.
Not the asshole. That's not even a funny prank, and it was her idea alone. You're not responsible for cleaning it up.
Not the asshole. She's an adult, although doesn't sound like one, and she can delay with the consequences of her actions.
Not the asshole. Your wife has to deal with the natural consequences of her actions.
Not the asshole. She rigged it, she responsible for clean up. She's ta. Who thinks destroying your home is funny? Not the asshole. Paint? Really? Good on you for making her clean up her own mess. What did she seriously expect to happen?
Not the asshole. It's kinda like you do the crime, you do the time. I hope it wasn't a standard can of paint, because that would be terrible if it messed up and hit you in the head.
Sometimes I wonder how many commenters are adults in long-term relationships. She's not a kid who needs a lesson. She's your wife and she tried to have a fun, memorable moment with you. Poorly conceived and a bad prank, totally. But you had two choices: help your spouse who is asking and laugh about her terrible prank someday. Or make the moment a bad memory by walking away and prioritizing a video game. I think you took the asshole route. So NTA. She could have just used regular water. Sure, it would have been nice of you. But you didn't have to help.
Not the asshole lol. I'm not saying your wife is stupid by any means, but this was stupid.
Not the asshole. WTF. She pranked you and expected you to clean up the prank? That's bizarre. Is this the first time she's made unreasonable demands?
Not the asshole. If you took a steamy shit in her car to prank her, I'm willing to bet she'd make you clean it up. Not the asshole. She's the one who chose such a messy prank. It's in her to clean up.
Not the asshole. It was her who planned to prank you anyway. What did she expect? You were going to be a victim, and victims shouldn't be expected to clean up a crime that was committed onto them.
Not the asshole. I hate pranks. They get way out of hand and people get hurt.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. Is she serious?
Not the asshole. Why would she use paint instead of water?
No assholes here. I don't really like big pranks, but it sounds like it really was for fun. I feel like deliberately refusing to help to make a point puts a huge damper on what could be a crazy dumb experience to laugh over. If you argue semantics, then of course he's not obligated to help clean someone else's mess. But she's not someone else. She's his wife, and I think a little extra grace is a given. I mean, who gets married to care for someone and share their lives but not when they do something dumb? He could easily have given her a good ribbing and helped her real quick and laugh about it for the rest of the night. Instead there's fighting, bad feelings and resentment. I would ask yourself if not helping her and creating a lighter atmosphere about the whole thing is worth the issues you are having now. I don't think you're an asshole, but I do think it could have been a completely different experience with a different mindset. Good luck.
Not the asshole. As a married lady of over 20 years, I can say with certainty, your wife should not have expected your help with her prank gone wrong. She's just pissed her prank failed.
Not the asshole. She made the bed, now she has to lie in it by rigging that prank. You had nothing to do with it.
Not the asshole. Maybe this will teach her not to prank people, though doubtful, since she's so childish.
Not the asshole. Wife needs to grow up a little.
She was probably expecting an overly romanticized version of that happening, where it'd get you, you'd laugh it off covered in paint and happily clean up a smaller mess together afterward.
Not the asshole. That's why you do all liquid pranks outside. She learned today. Would have been a good one though.
Not the asshole. This sounds like something my brothers and I did as kids after watching Home Alone for the first time. Spoiler alert, we had to clean up our own mess too.
Not the asshole. You did help her clean up. You took a shower. Winking face.
Not the asshole. You clearly are not the one who decided dumping paint was a good idea. Not the asshole. She made the mess. She isn't a toddler and she knew paint was messy. If I were you, I'd be upset the paint ruined or stained my clothing too. She should expect to clean it up.
Not the asshole. I think she's been watching too many YouTube prank videos and thought the more extreme the funnier it would be. She knew it would make a mess no matter what, so apparently she always intended for you to help her clean up the result of her poor decision. Like really, just like other people are saying, what if it got all in your eyes, mouth, or the bucket dropped on your head? A prank is meant to be something that has little to no real collateral damage. I don't see how doing this would be worth the frustration of cleaning it up either. She clearly didn't think this through. Explain it to her using some of these comments. Maybe it'll get through her head that you've done nothing wrong and shouldn't be expected to clean up after her. I mean, tell her to reverse the situation. If she says she'd help you clean it, she's damn lying.
Not the asshole. As someone else mentioned, the only way you could be considered an asshole is if it was an agreement that you both would clean after your mutual pranks. As it seems like you don't make messes in pranks, it's all on her. As the pranker, you take all responsibility for any consequences. You clean up, you pay for any damage or replacement, you make the apologies and work to repair any relationships. They don't affect anyone's health, image, reputation, or cause damage to anything. If the pranky gets angry with you, you don't get to blame it on them. Even when it's a mutual fun thing. And good pranks are thought out enough so that you don't have to clean up too much. She had major flaws from the beginning, and you should not have to deal with any consequences.
Who the fuck does the paint bucket trick indoors and then complains about the mess? Are you married to a 10-year-old? Not the asshole. That's completely on her and she should not have done that. Not the asshole. If she had just dropped paint by accident, sure, help clean up. But like that, she should have known she would have to clean it up herself. That's not even a good prank. What if the bucket hit your head? Was it at least washable kids' paint? Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. I don't mess with paint, especially indoors where it can get on walls, furniture, etc. She reminds me of those YouTubers who do dumb pranks. If that prank succeeded, I would have been absolutely pissed. Luckily she failed and she has to deal with the consequences. A prank is only a prank if both parties laugh. Seems like she was trying to have a laugh on your expense. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, but your wife is stupider than dirty for actually using paint to try and cover you with. Time to rethink why you married her.
Not the asshole. I prank my husband all the time. I don't make him help with cleanup. And vice versa. I don't help when he pranks me.
Not the asshole. I'm sorry, but why did your wife think paint of all things was the best to use? Why not just use water? It was stupid prank and the mess is 100% hers.
Not the asshole. If you're not willing to do the time, don't do the crime. Or in this case, if you're not willing to clean up the mess, don't do the prank.